Wyoming. He's 27 years old, a little fella, 5'8", 145 pounds. Why so many of these good bull riders are on the small side, Larry?
Well, that's the size. Body coordination, body moves, timing, balance, less body to move around on the top of one of these bulls. You can see Charlie, the kind of moves he's making. Whoa, getting a little wild and western. Whipping him over the back of that head with his hat.
He rode
him off into the chutes.
Getting off is an adventure, too, of these bulls.
This is a crazy event. Now watch the free arm here. Watch the feet. No spurring action is necessary. Keeping the body in control on top of that bull.
And they've scored him 74. He had a 79 on his first ride in the finals, a total of 153. Earlier, Larry had a chance to demonstrate what happens when you get on top of one of those bulls in the chutes.
You're looking at a rodeo bucking bull, one of the meanest, toughest animals in the North American sporting scene today. To be a bull rider, you would usually wear a glove on your riding hand. You'd have a bull rope that fits around the bull with a braided handhold in it. You warm up the rosin, which is on the glove and on the rope. Creates friction. And it does hurt when they lay up against your leg, against these old steel bars. Okay, now, we pull the rope up. The rope is placed behind the bull's front legs. Some men will pull a rope tighter than others. Position is important. Most men will try to line the little finger of the riding hand up down the center of the bull's back. You'll take the wrap, cross the hand with the tail of the rope, around behind the wrist, the back of the hand. Some people lay it in flat, some will twist it. Depends on the individual. You move up into your position, and then you remember the old song, and when they open up that gate, bull takes off like a runaway freight, and you're rodeo, the cowboy, bordered on insane. That's it. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Well, I tell you one thing, he was better singing there in the chute than he was when he used to have the Larry Mahan band after he quit rodeoing. Your voice has improved immensely. We're looking at Gary Toole from Magnum, Oklahoma, a weightlifter on the side, 27 years old, 150-pounder. And he's on a bull called Wartime. They're all at war with you, aren't they, Larry?
They certainly are, and this young man here can ride. He has great balance, winning attitude. Whoa, look at that, starting to go down inside that spin, gets back to the outside.
He wasn't bucked off, he was hammered off there. Gary Toole.
It looked good for openers. He was in the middle of the bull the way he should have been. Then he started to slide down inside the spin.
How about a spinner? Are they more difficult?
Well,
than
they are.
Those that don't?
They are. You have that centrifugal force here. He started to go down inside. He crosses over with the free arm to get back to the outside. Goes too far. Centrifugal force on the outside of the spin. No way.
So it's no score for Gary Toole. He had an 81 on his first round here in the finals. But this will put him out of contention for the $50,000 first prize.
Presenting the Honda 4Trax. Fortrax, only from Honda.
At Midas, we've always been proud of the job we do. A lot of our new customers are referred to us by our old ones.
Howdy, boys.
Welcome back, Mr. Creedy. You see, good service, good prices. The word gets around. Now when you have any Midas...
That later on World News Saturday.
Ken Wilcox from Greenbrier, Arkansas, 150-pounder, a farmer on the side, is on a bull called Passport. This fellow won the 1980 rodeo finals and also the Cheyenne Bull Riding Championship in 1983. Remember, in these events, they got down to a final 10. So in the final 10, you have the first go-around, then they go down to the final 4. That's the second go-around, and the combination of both scores decide the $50,000 winner.
The bull's Passport, it takes a lot of hustling, a lot of shuffling around on the back of one of these bulls. Ken making some good moves. Whoa, the bull almost hooks him. I'm not too high on his dismount.
No, but I tell you, he had a good ride there, and we'll see what his score is, but the bull should score high. He gave him quite a workout. Looks like he is injured his stomach, Larry. That bull might have gored him a bit.
Yeah, it looked like he belly punched him with one of his horns there. Now here, take a look at the feet. No spurring action. The free arm. Maintained body control, balance. Right here when he makes his exit, quite often that would have been all right, but as he was getting off, the bull was coming around to the right.
Not the most graceful of exits, but he scored an 81, a total of 163 points, and he's shaken up, but I'm pretty sure that he's all right. Here's Charlie Sampson, 28 years old, from Los Angeles, the 1982 world champion. Anytime he competes in a rodeo, he's a good bet to capture the bull riding event. Now let's take a closer look at Charlie Sampson. There's some riding stables in Los Angeles named Al Fig. This is where it began for Charlie Sampson. Think of the odds against a black youngster from the Watts area, making it big in rodeo land. Charlie tells us how it all got started.
As a kid, I hung around the horse stables, and I primarily just rode the horses, basically. So majority of the guys around the stables I worked at were team ropers. They had ropes where they was either practicing roping the dummy or roping horse in the corral. So in the meantime, I wanted to learn how to rope. So I asked one of the guys, how do I get a rope? He said, well, give me $12 and I'll go buy you one. I said, well, it only take me 3 weeks to work up to $12.
Well, they still remember Charlie here at El Fig, but he must have had a special boss because he knew how to bring him along toward rodeo land.
My boss, he thought it'd be a good idea for me to get on the steers. I said, no, I don't think I want to ride one of these steers. He said, well, either ride a steer or walk home. And I said, uh-oh. I said, okay. So one of my other buddies caught one of the steers and held him and put the rope on the steer and threw me on top of the steer and set my hand in the rope and kind of strapped it down pretty tight. So I'm all nervous and really not expecting very much. And the steer made a U-turn. When he made a U-turn, I fell right off on my stomach and knocked the wind out of me. So I got up crying and said, I didn't want to ride this steer.
Charlie is the 11th child of a family of 13. Sister Melba still cooks the barbecue up for him when he comes home. But Charlie got a great break, going to college because of the sport he loves.
I was in high school and I was riding pretty well. And one of my buddies from Arizona had went to college, Central Arizona College. And he said, well, how would you like to go to college if we give you a rodeo scholarship? I said, a rodeo scholarship? I get to go to college free and also be in rodeo? He said, sure. I said, you bet, I'll go.
A couple of years ago, they had a Charlie Sampson Day in Los Angeles, awarded him that trophy. Charlie's unique, though. He's one of the very few blacks in the bull riding event of the rodeos.
Majority of the cowboys that you see in the rodeo are all white. And for me, an urban cowboy and a black cowboy, to come out and be world champion, it's just the fact that I have to explain to him that I'm just Charles Sampson. I'm an individual, and I'm in the most individual sport in the world.
Let's see if Charlie can do some explaining to this big rank bull now. He needs a 77 score to take the lead and win the $50,000.
Here's 128 pounds of bull rider on a bull that weighs about 1,500 pounds. Great moves. Charlie has everything under control. Look at that young man move that body.
Oh, he has beautiful balance, doesn't he?
Oh, he certainly does. 128 pounds. I'll tell you one thing. He's all muscle.
He knows he's done it. The bull did it for him. And also, Charlie capped it off.
Woo, look at those moves. That free arm, throwing the free arm over to the inside of the spin. Total control, total confidence. Charlie Sampson.
Yes, sir, and a phenomenal score of 90. He's the winner, and right now he's down there with Monty Henson.
Well, after winning the World Championship in '82, Charlie, has rodeo changed any for you in the last couple of years?
Sure it has, Monty. Being the world champion, first black world champion, put a little pressure on me my first year. Then again, my first year after the championship, I came down with a lot of injuries, and that resulted in bad attitude. But being the champion that I am, and you know what it's like, visiting with you all the time, guys like you help keep my spirit up. Just go back to the basics. Being happy makes you healthy. Being healthy, I can win.
Congratulations, Charlie, on your $50,000 win.
Thank you very much.
Well, that 50,000 might make Charlie even happier and healthier. So here are the